Hello, my name is Benjamin Much, and me and my colleagues from Group 5 are here to talk to you about the benefits of applying Envision to your next infrastructure project. Envision is a rating system that we use to define our quality of standards for our projects. It is relevant to all aspects of infrastructure, so any of the key players of a project team can use it to maximize sustainability in their role. And in today's modern world, sustainable infrastructure is the key to generating growth in a community. Envision consists of 5 main categories: quality of life, leadership, resource allocation, natural world, and climate and risk. Each member of my team has recently performed a sustainability analysis on a modern day project on these categories. And here to talk about leadership is Dale.
Leadership is a category of the Envision rating system that focuses on increased collaboration to ensure all innovation opportunities are captured by increasing communication and interaction between various project teams and stakeholders, and also by focusing on long-term planning. The Dulles Corridor Metro Rail project is a 2-phase, 23-mile extension of the existing Washington, D.C. Metro Rail system. The first phase was finished in 2014, while the second phase is scheduled to finish in 2020. When complete, the new Metro Rail line will connect large employment centers such as Tyson's Corner and Reston to the rest of the DC metro area and will provide direct access to Dulles International Airport. The new Metro Rail was designed to better connect thriving commercial and employment centers in Northern Virginia to the rest of the DC area and to directly integrate the Metro Rail with existing infrastructure within the community. Both major Washington, D.C. airports are now directly serviced by the Metro Rail, and the new Dulles Corridor Metro Rail allows more members of the D.C. community to travel to and from either airport with minimal or no reliance on the vehicle. One credit under the leadership category that this project directly relates to is the improved infrastructure integration category. The intended result of this credit is to improve the access of resources and/or facilities, and increase the flow of information, goods, and services, and/or overall improvement of local efficiencies. The Dulles Metro Rail improves access to facilities including the Dulles Airport and Tyson's Corner Mall. The addition of the new Metro Rail service regions in Fairfax and Loudoun counties also increases the efficiency of road networks by reducing the number of vehicles that use these roads each day. The best example of this is in Tyson's Corner, where some intersections have experienced up to 15% fewer cars in the first year alone. Now to talk about the natural world category is Hunter.
The natural world credit focuses on mitigating the impact that the infrastructure projects have on the natural world around them, such as habitat, species, and non-living natural systems. The natural world credit wants projects to not be located in locations that would have direct or indirect impacts on the environment around them, such as water bodies or wetlands. Also with this credit, when introducing a plant species to the new area, native species are preferred. With this in mind, the project I researched was the High Line in New York City. The High Line was a railroad that runs through a historically very industrial section of New York and was decommissioned in 1980 due to the rise of the use of transfer trucks. Repurposing of the railroad began in 2006 thanks to the efforts of a local group whose focus was on preventing the destruction of the High Line and preserving it for the future. The renovation to the railroad was done in 4 different parts, with the final one being finished this spring. This project relates to the natural world credit by locating the project in a location that would have no direct negative impact on the natural world. It also reintroduced natural plant species to the environment that was removed when the city expanded. Now to talk about climate and risk is Deanna.
I picked it first. Thanks, Hunter. Related to nature and the environment, the next Envision category that I will be speaking about is climate and risk. One of the goals of this category is resilient infrastructure, which encompasses the ability to withstand short-term risks, such as flooding, as well as the ability to adapt to long-term conditions, such as sea level rise. The historic Fourth Ward Park in Atlanta, Georgia, pictured here, consists of over 17 acres of green space and park area, with many amenities, such as an outdoor theater and playgrounds. The park also includes a 2-acre lake, which is pictured right here, which acts as a stormwater detention basin. Before the park existed, there were many issues and concerns with stormwater runoff and flooding, as it occurred frequently in the area. Today, all the stormwater in the surrounding 300 acres drains to this one area and slowly travels to the city's sewage treatment plant. The basin is also able to handle a 600-year flood and was over-designed to allow for future changes, which applies directly to the long-term adaptability credit under climate and risk. For this credit, infrastructure projects must be designed to withstand altered conditions in the future. This project was designed to withstand a range of conditions that may result from climate change, such as excessive flooding. Up next is Ben discussing resource allocation.
Thanks, Diana. For my most recent infrastructure project, I focused on resource allocation in the Panama Canal expansion, a $5.25 billion project which took nearly a decade and employed over 30,000 individuals. Specifically, I focused on how water usage pertained to the sustainability of a hydraulic system. By networking between different companies, the project team created an innovative way to increase the service capability of a waterway while operating at lower projected costs. A new state-of-the-art lock allowed larger ships to enter and water-saving basins to reuse 60% of the water during operation. This sustainability practice has the potential to increase traffic in Panama water trade by 35% and bring a once insignificant economy to first world status. And here to talk about quality of life is Tiffany.
Thanks, Ben. The quality of life subcategory focuses on the health, well-being, and preservation of culture on the surrounding community. It makes sure that a project proves its value and benefit to the community before implementation. I chose the Niayesh Underground Tunnel as a perfect example for this credit category. This tunnel is the second largest urban underground tunnel in the world, and it spans and connects two major highways in Tehran, which is a really big urban community with a lot of traffic congestion and jams. So the point of the tunnel was to relieve congestion and ultimately commuter stress during their daily traffic commute. Thus, it is a good example of this credit category because its main focus is to improve the quality of life of these users. Finally, my team has been able to show that the Envision category system is able to be applied across disciplines no matter what your focus of civil engineering is. So we would like to implement it on future projects in order to improve sustainability in aspects regarding social, economic, and environmental development. Thank you.